for that it's such a blessing, yeah. Turn every situation into heaven, yeah. Oh, you are my sunrise on the darkest day. Got me feeling some kind of way. Make me wanna savor every moment slowly, slowly, yeah. Feed me till the middle of how we put it on. Got the only like you know how to turn it on. Do what you never, I'm right here, the only voice I wanna hear.
The beauty about tonight is I don't get to host this particular event alone. I get to do it with my beautiful co-host, who happens to be my best friend. But before I go into that, I understand that we have alliances in the building. Congratulations to all of you once again, and a round of applause to Team Alliance. I see you share. A round of applause for Team Alliance, please. Yes. Congratulations on your victory. Very well. Now that elections is over, work starts now. Well, my name is Fatu Elika Muloshi, and like I said, I will not be on this stage alone. I will be hosting this program together with my best friend. She is a 5-time beauty pageant winner, which includes Miss July 22nd, 2015. She is a poetry champion. She is a debate champion. She is a student at the law faculty as well. And she is a child's rights and women rights activist. Ladies and gentlemen, join me, welcome on stage my co-host for tonight, Miss Auntie Marie Jeng.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to the face of the University of the Gambia, and I am very humbled to be able to share this platform with my very own best friend, Fatu Elika Muloshi, a news anchor and presenter at the Gambia Radio and Television Services, the Gambia Radio and Television Services. I completely forgot. Okay, the Gambia Radio and Television Services.
I'll give you strokes for that, Tima.
Exactly.
How can you? It's a national broadcast.
She's also a woman and child rights activist, and she has been recognized for her diligent commitment in the cause of women's rights activism. So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all. And Senyofi, as Olaf Jai would say, Amna Solotora, because it shows your love and passion for the empowerment of women in our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your beautiful selves.
All right, that being said, as we said earlier, you're going to have a spectacular night, and with the both of us taking you through, we'll be rest assured. But we won't waste too much of your time now. We'll go straight onto the first item on the program, and that is the introduction of our wonderful judges. Of course, a beauty pageant does not go without judges.
Exactly. So the judges should be rest assured that they have a very difficult task tonight, because we have a bunch of beautiful, smart young ladies representing their various faculties within the University of the Gambia. So to start with our first judge for tonight, who is no other person but
Miss Jane Gomez. Now, our number one judge is Gomez. She is Jane Gomez, a final year law student at the University of the Gambia, former phase of UTG 2017. She works with a girls' organization program called Starfish International as the public relations and finance coordinator. She is the Yali Spirit Award winner 2018 Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, your first judge for tonight, Miss Jane Gomez.
Jane Gomez. Thank you so much. So we have, of course, our next judge, who is not available at the moment, but she goes by the name Miss Harrietta Alpha. Miss Harrietta Alpha is a young entrepreneur based in the Gambia. She is the CEO of Etta's fashion brand, which started in her early years. A designer that has showcased on both national and international platforms, Germany to be particular. She is a former beauty queen, a coach and an ambassador for Africanism, and a volunteer. Top 5 finalists at the recently concluded Miss Africa 2018, Calabar, Nigeria, out of 25 different countries. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please appreciate Miss Harrietta Alpha?
All right, that being said, our third judge is a male, and he is Bernard Aqua, known as a Tall Black Bernard. Most of you must have heard Tall Black Boys. He is the CEO. He is a model and creative photographer. He is the CEO, like I said, of Black Boys Inc., worked with Glitz Africa, a Ghanaian fashion-based company, has worked on numerous runway shows in Gambia and Ghana, Glitz Fashion Week Ghana, and featured in Fashion Magazine, amongst others. Ladies and gentlemen, your third judge is no other than Bernard Aqua. Round of applause for the gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your fourth judge for tonight, Miss Mariama Dalanda Jallo, my very own friend and sister. She is a BSc holder in Business Management from the University of the Gambia, a graduate, winner of Miss 22nd July 2015, winner Miss Fulbe Gambia International 2014, participant Face of UTG 2014, co-founder UTG Ambassadors, and Vice President Miss Fulbe Gambia International. She is also an advocate for quality education, global model United Nations, catwalk trainer and coach. She is currently working as an administrative assistant, University of the Gambia, Office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Finance. Ladies and gentlemen, your judge number 4 for Face of UTG 2019. Give it up for Miss Mariama Dalanda Jallo.
All right, now, and finally, in every beauty pageant, we obviously have the chief judge, and today's chief judge is definitely not a mistake. She's no other than the beautiful and very intelligent young woman. She's no other than our Jame. She's the lead judge slash chief judge. Our is a vocalist, catwalk queen. She's a makeup artist, currently the CEO of Mama Africa Makeover. She is a runway and a commercial model. Worked with Fashion Weekend Gambia's runway, Gambia's biggest runway platform, obviously, undoubtedly, Sally Fashion in Senegal. I was also a Rising Star Africa participant. She represented Gambia at the Miss Africa Beauty Pageant in Nigeria, Calabar 2017. She was crowned Queen of Miss Bakau, Miss St. Joseph runner-up, and our Jame was also the crowned winner, Miss 22nd July Scholarship Pageant 2014, which earned her recognition nationwide in the former regime and even till current. She currently works with Africa Business Linkage, a media company, as a TV host, billboard model, and a makeup artist. She was the face of Newell, a renowned face brand in the Gambia. She's featured in numerous billboards and fashion magazines, both national and international. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your chief judge for tonight, Miss Awa Jame. Could you just stand up a little bit, please, so they can see you?
Thank you so much,
clearly.
Miss Awa Jame.
Yes.
So Maloshi, quickly, I'd like to recognize our sponsors.
Right.
Because, of course, they contributed partially to the success of this event. So our gratitude is extended to Melanin Collection for sponsoring free designer shoes for all our runner-ups, first runner-up, second runner-up, and also winner. Ziza Creation as well for sponsoring the girls' opening act outfits. And finally, Tough Africa Global. Thank you so much, and we appreciate your support to the University of the Gambia.
Very
what do
well.
we have next on the agenda?
Now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that you are here for a purpose, and that is to support these beautiful young women who will be walking onto the stage today to show us what they have to offer. So tonight is going to be a night of glamour. And right about now, we're about to introduce to you your 10 beautiful queens. But before we do anything, ladies and gentlemen, we want to make sure that you are in the spirit of wanting to see these young women on stage.
Exactly.
And we'll do nothing, Tima, by going straight to the first participant of tonight.
Exactly. Contestant number 1. And if you're here to support Miss Amit Taylor from the School of Journalism and Digital Media, let me hear you make some noise. Whoa!
Miss Amy Taylor is contestant number 1 for tonight, and she comes from the School of Journalism and Digital Media. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Amy Taylor.
Miss Amy Taylor, contestant number 1.
Contestant number 2 is no other than Anita Akoli Jaju. Contestant number 2 is from ICT. Ladies and gentlemen, your contestant number 2. Make some noise. Louder.
Whoa. Contestant number 2. Next, ladies and gentlemen, introducing contestant number 3, Miss Grace Isaac from the School of ICT. Put your hands together for your contestant number 3.
Miss Grace Isaac, contestant number 3,
School
all the
of
way
ICT.
from ICT.
Whoa. Make some noise.
Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, please. Beautiful. And contestant number 4 is no other than Maimuna Keita from the Science Students Association.
Give it up for Miss Maimuna Keita. Whoa.
Oh yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Beautiful.
contestant number 5, Miss Aisatu Jaite from the School of Journalism and Digital Media.
Contestant number 5. Miss Aisatu
Miss
Jaite,
Aisatu Jaite.
all the way. School of Journalism and Digital Media.
Your contestant number 5, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Aisatu Jaite.
Oh yes. Fierce.
Contestant number 6.
Right, contestant number 6 is no other than Miss Aminata Sise, all the way from Sosa.
Give it up for Miss Aminata Sise, all the way from Sosa.
Oh yes, our hijab queen, Aminata Sise. Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing contestant number 7, all the way from my very own faculty, Miss Mariatu Dabo, from the Faculty of Law. I see you, I see you.
Miss Maria Tudabo. Miss Contestant number 8, ladies and gentlemen, is no other than Aja Saidi Khan, all the way from Sosa. A round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Aja Saidi Khan.
Contestant number 9, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emanuela Ikwela, all the way from the School of Business and Public Administration. Give it up. That's what we have. Woo.
Who's the last?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was your contestant number 10, all the way from the School of Business and Public Administration. Now,
And finally, Auntie Marie, contestant number 9, unfortunately, we do not have on our list, but is Zainabu Jallo, all the way from Law.
whoa! Give it up for Miss Zainabu Jallo.
Make some noise.
Give it up. Your contestant number 9 for the face of the University of the Gambia. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give it up one more time for our contestants.
A round of applause for all our contestants one more
That
time.
was lit.
So, are you ready for tonight?
No, they are ready for tonight.
They should be.
They
actually.
are ready for tonight.
They
I
should
feel
be.
it.
All right. Now, without much ado, Timam, we'll go right into the program, and we now have the singular honor to call on the esteemed president, or shall I say,
The woman boss.
the woman boss, the outgoing president, if if she permits me to say that. And she's no other than Miss Fatu Jeng to come forward and give the opening remarks.
Let us appreciate Miss Fatu Jeng, our outgoing SU president, the woman boss. Yeah, I get nice.
Am I test?
You.
Okay.
So we're moving straight to...
1, 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I basically look like someone contesting for a beauty pageant with the way I am standing and dressing. I think I deserve a round of applause, please. Yeah, definitely. So I'll just be contestant number 11 instead. So after all of them, I'll be coming and be giving my platform and my talent, and I hope I'll have your support as well. So jokes aside, thank you everyone for making it to this very auspicious occasion. I know it's not a moment for me to be giving long speeches, but first of all, I'd love to thank our panel of judges / adjudicators for taking their time to be here and judge this very important event. Join Young Fight Day. Yeah. And we'd also love to thank our beauty pageants that was the winners of last year's Face of UTG, starting from the winner to the first runner-up, the second runner-up, as well as other personalities that are present here today. My fellow students, our main sponsors, that is Ziza Creation, Melanin Collection, as well as State of Mike. We thank you all. So for students that are here to support their colleagues, we hope that you will have the best time possible, and we hope that the best contestant wins this event today. So on behalf of the 17th Executive Council of the UTG-SU, under the Welfare Ministry, we wish to thank all of you for taking your time, and we hope you understand that this event is not only meant to socialize and promote talents, but also to ensure that beauty and excellence is also realized as far as the University of the Gambia is concerned. We have some very interesting or surprising packages that are going to await the winners, but we will not announce it now. When we are announcing the result and crown on the winners, we will unleash some of the surprises or some of the gifts that we have for the winners. So on behalf of everyone present here, especially from the Executive Council, we thank all of you, and we hope that you're going to enjoy this very important occasion. Thank you very much.
All right, many
Thank you
thanks.
so much. Miss Fatu Jeng, the outgoing president of the Students' Union, we appreciate you and your services to the University of the Gambia. So Muloshi, quickly, I'd like to recognize the presence of some beauty queens that we have with us tonight. We have the former winners of the Face of UTG, of course, and we have right there in the blue dress, Miss Maria Tussar, first runner-up Miss West Africa International.
A round of applause for our queens, please.
A round of applause to our queens. We also have right there Blessing Toe and of course Absa. Blessing Toe, second runner-up Miss Smiling Coast Gambia, and of course Absa, who was also a participant at Miss Smiling Coast.
And she won actually, she's a cultural ambassador of that beauty pageant.
Great.
A round of applause for them, please.
Thank you so much for your presence tonight.
Right, and we also have the beauty queen, in fact, from the Miss Smiling Coast, right there sitting with them. And we have, I think, Madam Gasamai, I think, yes, the second runner-up for last year's beauty pageant. You're all welcome to the Face of UTG 2019. Now, to the point, it's about time we see the contestants. Again, this time around, we're seeing them in a different manner.
Exactly.
Because they get to come out and do a performance for us.
And they have beautiful outfits sewn by Ziza Creation. So ladies and gentlemen, it is about time we see our contestants one more time before we get into business. We know what the business is, right? The platforms where we get to see them mess up and cry and all of that. But we hope this time around it's not going to happen. All of them are ready to wow everyone seated here and of course give our judges a very difficult task tonight. So ladies and gentlemen,
we present to you
contestants for the face of UTG for their first performance, which is the opening act. I did not hear some noise.
DJ, are you ready?
We are going to seize them right there.
Okay.
No, we need to hear some more noise. Give it up for the contestants.
A round of applause, please. They are now coming on stage. Look at that. Beautiful. DJ.
This is culture indeed, taking us back to the olden days. I like what I see already. Champion Lenyo am next. Whoa! Put your hands together for
Whoa!
One more time.
Huh? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our contestants one more time, please. Can I hear you make some noise for them? Hello? Can I hear you make some noise for our contestants one more time? Thank you.
I understand. They are overexcited. That's how it goes. So, Muloshi, let's have a run through of our contestants one more time before we introduce our next performer.
Yes, contestant number 1 is Ami Taylor, all the way from School of Journalism and Digital Media.
Contestant number 2, Anita Akoli Jaju, all the way from the School of ICT.
Grace Isaac is contestant number 3, all the way from ICT.
Contestant number 4, Maimuna Keita, all the way from SAS.
Yes, and Isatu Jaita is contestant number 5, all the way from the School of Journalism and Digital Media.
Contestant number 6, Miss Aminata Sise, all the way from SOSA.
And contestant number 7 is Mariatu Dabo, all the way from I Like That. This is what I need. Thank you. Yes, our contestant number 8, Tima,
contestant number 8, Miss Aja Saidi Khan, also from SOSA.
All right. Contestant number 9 is Sainabu, all the way from Law School.
And finally, we have contestant number 10, Miss Emanuela Akwele, all the way from the School of Business and Public Administration.
A round of applause for all of your contestants one more time. Thank you. And now,
moving on.
We're about to have a performance
by one of my favorite poets of all time, Mansui Wasma Yarambi Davde Daw. Can you guess who that poet is? He's a guy, by the way. See what all of the you know no muko jahas bahas hamga. Smart chakaraka bone si.
But what does poetry mean to you, Auntie Mary?
You know, poetry touches my soul, especially when it's said using a particular tone, and the words that you are telling us, the words that you're saying, everything, the connection, the feeling, the vibe.
Oh yes, the vibe.
Yeah,
So
I know,
poetry
right?
is food for the soul. I say that all the
Exactly.
time. So ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Omar Cham as he comes on stage to
Champion
bless
poet.
us with a little bit of poetry. Is Omar in the building? Omar Cham.
So, Muloshi, you are not doing justice to Amar Cham.
I can't even see him.
Exactly. He was the winner of the Poetry Slam, which she happens to be the executive producer of. So Amar Champion Cham was the first winner
Yes.
of the Poetry Slam Gambia.
Yes, and that is really exceptional. Omar is really a great talent, and we really always want to have more of him. But I do not think he is in the building at the moment.
No hajan kat la bay ko mo hajan tuti rek bala mo ek.
All right, so if Omar is not in the building, we'll have a little bit of interlude from the DJ. Meanwhile, we check on with the contestants to see if they are ready for their platforms.
Exactly. So
DJ.
we'll have a musical interlude while we wait for the contestants to get set in their traditional outfits and come and wow us with their brilliant platforms on pertinent issues.
Are they ready?
Miss Maria Wadalanda Jalo.
So enjoy yourselves.
Champion ñu. Dole ko halal.
Wow.
Wa musical interlude. We cannot do anything. We're trying.
How soon?
You guys can go in.
Who's the first contestant today?
Ami Taylor.
Okay, just take your time.
Number 2, Anita Akoli Jaju. Parale. Attack Munku. Attack Munku. Attack daf fi war a nekk rek because yéen ñuy def seen musical interlude yi ñëpp suñ fi nekkul it's gonna look so weird.
So this is the problem with people. When you tell them to come on time, they don't want to perform early.
Take your time, like this.
I don't like how to play empty like this.
cultural outfit. Cultural outfit. Paint out here, lifting here, everything.
All right. Okay. You know, wearing a long dress is not easy, so you always have to be dragging it around. But Auntie Mary, you know what? I see, you know, tonight you're just going to forgive me a little, because I'm really big. I will be giving it to these alliances all throughout, because we have someone in our class, right? She's a diehard alliancer,
I know, right? I know how they behave.
So she always comes to us and be like, you know, Alliance is winning all the positions. We are winning this election, whether you like it or not. I said, Nina, you cannot be sure. You do not know. She said, in fact, I know. So we in our class, we don't have peace. Because Nina is always nagging. Nina is always at our backs, saying she knows Alliance is winning. Alliance is winning. Now Alliance has won.
She gets
with them
right.
Now, at least, now that the elections, you know, the election is over, we can have a little bit of peace in our class. I see a bunch of them at the back. I want you all to give them a round of applause one more time. Alliance says, give these people a round of applause one more time. A round of applause for
guys,
Team Alliance.
Don't hate. Congratulations to the Alliances.
Well, hard luck to Team for All. I know that we have dynamic young people in that group.
Sure.
And of course,
definitely.
This is not the end of it. So there's more to come. So just keep your head up.
And I hope you vote for me when I run for president next year.
I do know that that is not happening anyway.
Okay, so Muloshi, at this juncture, would just quickly like to introduce the former face of UTG 2018, to take her seat. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please appreciate Miss Veronica Njai from the School of Journalism and Digital Media as she joins the crowd.
A round of applause for Miss Veronica Njai, who happens to be the face of UTG 2018, as she comes on stage. Is she ready? Vero.
Okay, not yet, so we can still do that later. So let's move straight into the program proper. And at this point, the ladies are all set to come out and advocate on their various platforms, various developmental issues that needs to be tackled. And they are here to not only advocate against those practices, but also give us tactical solutions to that effect. So ladies and gentlemen, to begin with, contestant number 1, Miss Amy Taylor from the School of Journalism and Digital Media.
A round of applause for Miss Amy Taylor, our first contestant for tonight, as she comes on stage to deliver her platform. Dele. Then go use it.
Man fuck ma demee ndele. Number 2, parent. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please maintain complete silence? Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, students of the prestigious University of the Gambia, adjudicators, and all protocol respectfully and duly observed.
Raise your mic.
I'm Ami Taylor, representing the School of Journalism and Digital Media.
Wait a second. Sorry, judges. Just excuse us a little. Sorry. Please, at the back. Hello? Hello? Those of you at the back, please. This is their platform moment. And if you do not keep silent, the judges will not get to hear what they're saying and they will not hear themselves. So please, we crave your indulgence. Thank you. Ami.
Like I said, my name is Ami Taylor, representing the School of Journalism and Digital Media. My platform tonight is sexual and gender-based violence. The thought that makes its way to our minds when this topic surfaces is, haven't we discussed this before? See, this is the very mistake that our minds mold. The fact is, the eradication of sexual and gender-based violence is the key to the prosperity of the nation and the world at large. Any channel used to advocate for women cannot attain its cause until it digs deep to find the complications and obstacles that women face, because a broken woman cannot function to her full capabilities. The fight against female genital mutilation, child marriage, the fight for equality and women's participation, the fight against corruption, all these cannot be attained in the presence of sexual and gender-based violence, because sexual and gender-based violence harms both the young and the old, making it very diverse. International statistics states that 120 million girls have experienced some form of physical violence in their lifetime. Over 83% of girls aged 12 to 16 have experienced some form of sexual harassment in public schools. Over 250,000 rape cases in just 65 countries in 12 months. This is the data collected by United Nations during a survey. So we see that gender-based violence is not as mild as we think. Gender-based violence can be seen in different perspectives: economic, psychological, physical, and political. These are all ways through which women are abused and their rights infringed upon. Sexual and gender-based violence is used by society to subjugate and marginalize women. I'd like to take from Keksane, an outstanding youth activist: the pursuit of a peaceful and prosperous world has no meaning until violence against women comes to an end. The global quest for genuine development and sustainable democracy will remain an illusion until the gap of inequity and inequality is bridged. Proximity, as we all know, is important. So ladies and gentlemen, I bring this closer to us. In the Gambia, we know that 51% of our population is female. Out of that 51%, 41% are said to be victims of sexual and gender-based violence. So we see how diverse this is. If 51% of our population are subjugated and marginalized, the other 49% cannot do anything. So ladies and gentlemen, join me in the fight against sexual and gender-based violence, because Whoever supports sexual and gender-based violence is praying for the extinction of the human race. If I am crowned the face of the University of the Gambia 2019, I will, in my capacity, continue to work as my work as a journalist to make sure that people are informed and sensitized about the ills that comes with sexual and gender-based violence. It is put by society to subjugate us just because society is afraid of what we will become if the shackles that bind us are broken. So, ladies and gentlemen, set the women free. Watch the world change. And together we can. Thank you.
Contestant. That was contestant number 1, Miss Amitelo, and contestant number 2.
And our School of Journalism and Digital Media. Make some noise for that performance. So, harama laka olof rek ngeen muna understand ngir yàlla. Bala leen ñu rek ngeen noppi su gaay di wax seen platforms. We understand you want to chit chat and all of that. Why this is very important, especially for the judges. Ndax ñu muna dégg everything they are saying. Ngir yàlla, please, can you do that for us?
Yes, please. We are university students, so let us just listen to the issues. Contestant number 2 is all the way from ICT, and she's no other than Miss Anita Akoli Jaju. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anita Akoli Jaju, contestant number 3.
Aha, Ken. Surum Lena Bejoli. This is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Terengen Jomi. Again, we have contestant number 2 all the way from the School of ICT. Give it up for Miss Anita Akoli Jaju.
Yeah.
I didn't value the importance of health until death took its grip of my hand.
Can we please maintain silence, please? Giryala, let us maintain silence. This part is very important. Thank you.
I didn't value the importance of health until death took its grip on my aunt, who I lost 8 months ago to the gruesome hands of cervical cancer. This has not only left me with pain, but a great lesson that I'll be able to sensitize the world about this deadly disease. Honorable judges, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all other protocols observed, I say good evening to you all. I am Anita Akoli Jaju, a second-year student of the University of the Gambia, majoring in computer science. I am a Koroninka, and I am representing my prestigious school, the School of ICT, Information Communication Technology. My platform tonight is centered on cervical cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, cervical cancer is a type of cancer that exists in the cells of the cervix, that is, the lower part of the uterus. The burden of cervical cancer is enormous in the Gambia. In the report of the Operation Save the Children's strategic plan in the control and prevention of cervical cancer in the Gambia, the First Lady of the Second Republic of the Gambia, Madam Zainab Jammeh, stated that cervical cancer is the most common cancer amongst women in the Gambia. Most women with cervical cancer report late to the hospital, thus leading to high morbidity and mortality. Just imagine a family without a mother. Various strains of the HPV, that is, the human papillomavirus, a sexually transmitted infection, plays a great role in causing most cervical cancer. When exposed to HPV, the woman's immune system typically prevents the virus from doing harm. However, the virus survives for years, contributing to the cause of most cells in the cervix to become cancer cells. Note that cancer cells do not die. Early-stage cervical cancer produces no signs or symptoms. The signs and symptoms of a more advanced cervical cancer are abnormal vaginal bleeding, vaginal discharge with foul odor, pelvic pain or pain during intercourse. Your environment or your lifestyle choices determines if you will acquire cervical cancer. These factors are multiple sexual partners. The greater your sexual partners and the greater your partner's sexual partners, the greater your chances of acquiring cervical cancer. Early sexual activity. Having sex at an early age also increases your risk of HPV. Other sexually transmitted infection. Other STIs such as gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, and HIV and AIDS also increases your risk of cervical cancer. A weak immune system. When your immune system is weakened by other health issues and you have HPV, you are more likely to acquire cervical cancer. Smoking. Smoking is associated to the squamous cell cervical cancer. Therefore, you are more likely to acquire cervical cancer when you smoke. Cervical cancer is a deadly disease, but there are countermeasures. As the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. Ways of preventing this disease are: get vaccinated, have a routine pap test, do away with smoking, practice safe sex, or do away with early sexual activity. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that cervical cancer is only associated to women, but we all lose when a woman dies. Imagine losing a mother, a sister, a daughter, a niece, or an aunt. Brian once said, and I quote, "There is a can in cancer, therefore, we can beat it." Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Anita. Asha, Balem. Whoa.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wait, somebody. Whoa. Thank you so much, contest. I don't know.
Hello, DJ. Is my mic on?
Thank you so much, contestant number 2, Miss Anita Akoli Jaju.
A round of
Moving on.
applause for the Jola Queen one more time.
Ooh.
We have Jola Queens in the building. I do know that the Chief Judge is a Jola, right?
Don't hate.
Okay. All right.
Moving
But,
on.
Tima, one thing I want to emphasize on, it looks like we're really having a hard time getting people to keep quiet in this hall. As you can see, this place is really not easy to talk in because it echoes. If you really cause noise at the back, it is going to really affect the sound output, right? So let us try as much as we can to reduce the noise. Hello?
Especially the people at the back. Can we please maintain silence?
Wait.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello? The big boys at the back. Hello? Hello? Okay, what happens is if you do not keep quiet, if I recognize your face, I'll call your name. It looks like we are finding it hard to really make people keep quiet in this hall. And I feel that is disrespectful and so unfair to these young girls and women. So please, you might want to lessen your noise or else I'll call your names out.
Don't worry, they'll heed to your advice.
Thank you.
They won't dare.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you contestant number 3, coming all the way from ICT, and she's no other than Miss Grace Isaac, contestant number 3.
Give it up for contestant number 3, all the way from the School of ICT.
Make some noise, please.
Whoa! Ah!
Chuck Palahniuk once said, and I quote, "The first step to controlling your world is to control your culture, to model and demonstrate the kind of world you demand to live in, to write the books make the music, shoot the films, paint the art. With courtesy of our able judges, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and assalamu alaikum to you all. I am Grace Isaac, a second-year student of the University of the Gambia, from the best school of ICT, majoring computer science. My platform tonight would be based on arts and culture empowerment. I strongly believe that everyone here is connected to arts in one way or the other, and I greatly desire to empower young people to believe in their gifted purposes, to explore and express themselves through arts. Arts is a diverse range of human activities, performing artifacts, expressing the author's imaginative or conceptual ideas intended to be appreciated for their beauty or emotional power. I'm convinced that the young generation of the Gambia are gifted with so much talent that could be beneficial not only to ourselves, but to the society at large. In 2017, 12.89% of young people were unemployed. This is not because they aren't educated, but it's because there aren't enough platforms where arts and skill learning can be encouraged. I'm aware that the government is trying to promote arts and skill learning. Platforms like YEP and Empretech has tried in upgrading and empowering young people through vocational training programs. But this is not enough because some young people are not aware of the benefits they can derive from arts, and it's important to national development. I would like to use my platform to be a voice, to encourage and empower young people to believe in their creative abilities and also maximize their potentials. I would like to work with NGOs and encourage the government
gentlemen, a round of applause for contestant number 3.
Now moving on to contestant number 4, all the way from the Science Students Association is Miss Maimuna Keita.
Contestant number 4 is Miss Maimuna Keita, all the way from the Science Students Association. A round of applause for Miss Maimuna.
peace can only last where human rights are respected, individuals are fed, and people of a nation are respected. Panel of judges, distinguished guests, divine ladies and gentlemen, students of the prestigious university, I say good evening to you all. I go by the name Miss Maimuna Keita, representing the central brain of the university, School of Arts and Sciences. I am a young Gambian Mandinka Muslim lady representing the central brain of the university, School of Arts and Sciences. I like reading, creative conversations, and interacting with inspirational people. My pet peeves include all negative things. My role model is a great leader who is known globally as a champion for human rights, peace, equity, justice, and democracy. He is no other person but Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa. I chose him as my role model because he serves as an inspirational figure for everyone, most especially for youths. My party line tonight will be based on modern slavery. When people think of slavery, what often clicks to one's mind is the Atlantic slave trade, where Africans are displaced from their homelands to underground railways and tortured dishearteningly. Though slavery has been officially been abolished, but modern slavery still exists. Contemporary slavery is not just restricted to one area, but modern slavery lies within the realms of sexual abuse, prostitution, and many others. Due to unemployment or no real prospects for decent jobs, people are now applying and accepting jobs abroad, which turns out to be what not expected, where the visas are seized, women torn into prostitution, men into agriculture and construction, and children into sweet shops, where their lives are controlled by their exploiters. The causes of modern slavery include early marriage, domestic servitude, labor forced by exploiters, and on marriage. To help end slavery, governments and NGOs must set a diplomatic negotiation between borders. If I am given the opportunity tonight, I will work hand in glove with young activists, to make sure to create platforms to sensitize people about the effects of modern slavery. I will also work hand in glove with governments and NGOs such as IOM, International Organizations for Migration, Amnesty International Gambia, Africa Center for Human Rights and Democracy, and many others. Nelson Mandela once said, and I quote, "To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity." My philosophy states, the revolution of man's past, history, present, and future is the revolution of those determined to be free. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Luo.
Ewa.
Luo.
Aha.
Bulo.
Tajulenga.
Wali.
Introducer.
Contestant number 4, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Maimuna Keita one more time. And now we move on to contestant number 5, and she's all the way from School of Journalism and Digital Media. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Aissatou Jaite, your 5th contestant for tonight.
Make some noise for Miss Aissatou Jaite from the School of Journalism and Digital Media.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, amazingly, last year, the School of Journalism and Digital Media came out first and second. So,
yes, and in fact, they took most of the prizes.
exactly. So, they're in for a good fight.
So I didn't know how tonight is going to look like, but I do know that it is going to be a very tough competition.
Let's see if they'll maintain.
So she has some props on. I said it's really not joking tonight. And she's a Mandinka queen, by the way. So I'll say Luolo, Alebulolma. Ata Sumayala Bibe Janjanale Bi. I said to Jaite, contestant number 5.
Chumwai.
Below. Make some noise.
Quote and unquote. We need women at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, reshape the conversation, to make sure women's voices are heard and heeded, not overlooked and ignored. Sheryl Sandberg. Panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, my salutation to you all. I am Ms. Aissatou Jaite, a representative of the School of Journalism and Digital Media. Today, I stand before you to address the significance of women's participation in our society. Ladies and gentlemen, as it is a common tradition, I would like to first of all start by defining the 2 key terms on the above statement. 1, significance, the quality of being worthy of attention. 2, women's participation, the act of women taking part in something. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to draw your attention to the fact that we live in a patriarchal society that makes men superior and women inferior. This, according to my perspective, is baseless. There is no genuine reason for this assertion. Unfortunately, we all came to the earth as equal beings, but this system was designed and implemented by a bunch of unwoke patriarchs who are intimidated by the minds and might of us women. This is not an argument on whether or not we are significant. This is a highlight and reminder of our significance. Then everything else will fall in place. Men